Welcome friends to part 2 of my previous tutorial. If you haven't seen it, in the last tutorial I showed you how to color grade your pictures like this. And in this one I'm going to show you how to bring back life to your eyes, like this. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is to brighten the area with curves. So just a simple curve, invert the layer mask, and I have my flow at 100%, and I'm just going to brighten the eyes and the area around it. Okay. Now I'm going to use DodgeBurn technique, and if you don't know what DodgeBurn is, I'm going to link down a video where you can learn more about it, and please do, because it's in my opinion, it's the most powerful technique that you can use and learn in Photoshop. You can create magic with light and shadow, so I really recommend it. And the second thing I really recommend is to use actions, because they can save you a lot of time. So I'm going to use this DodgeBurn action that I created. If you would like to see how to create an action, please comment down below. And I always like to start with dodge. And of course, you can do it really simple. You can just, do something like this and be done in 1 minute. But what I like to do is create more depth and detail in the eye that maybe got lost in the process of retouching, or you didn't have the best light. I mean, it happens, and anything can happen, really. And that's why we like Photoshop, because we can fix things here. So what I like to do with the DodgeBurn is to create more detail in the eye by enhancing the dark spots that you can see in the iris and the light spots. Let's select our brush and white, and let's zoom in. Okay, so what I like to do, I have my flow at 10%. I'm just going to paint over the white spots. Okay, and don't forget these tiny little highlights. Okay, the second eye. Alright, and now we are going to select our burn layer with the same white brush, and we are going to paint on the dark spots. Alright, so this is what we have now. And as you can see, we created more details in the eyes, but we are going to lower the opacity so it's not that visible. Okay, so around 70%. Okay, that's great. Now we are going to take care of the white area and just the area around the eyes, like lashes and waterline. So let's create another curves layer and make it dark. Invert. And let's paint over the lashes. And it may seem that I'm painting the new ones, but I'm actually just enhancing those that are already there with a small brush and just fast strokes. All right. You can also enhance these kind of details, frame the eye. Okay, so this was just a little step that you can totally skip, but I think that it makes a big difference. Next, let's create new layer and choose your clone stamp tool, and be sure that you don't have the current layer clicked, but the current and below. Okay, let's zoom in, and when I was retouching the picture, I forgot this this red vein, so I'm going to get rid of it. And also there is this dark mark that I'm going to get rid of by using curves. So I'm gonna brighten it. Okay, invert layer. Select your brush with white. And I'm just going to paint all over it. And it's it has this yellow tint, so I'm going to open the curves and go to blue channel, and the opposite of yellow is blue, so I'm going to play around with the curve. Okay, that's much better. Let's open new curves, and with this curve I'm going to brighten the white part of the eye. Invert layer. And let's lower the opacity to 60%. All right. Just 2 more steps and we are done. So the next step is create a new layer, new blank layer, and select your brush tool. And you can select white or maybe just like light yellow, but most of the time I used white. Now zoom in, and I have a flow at 25% and the opacity, the hardness on 0%. Let's make the brush smaller so it fits the iris, and just paint on a bottom half with the brush. Okay, now let's select overlay, and you can see that it brightened the eye, but we are going to lower the opacity to 60%. For the last step, I'm going to select all my layers, including the color grading and the background. So let's select, make a copy of it, and then select merge layers. And what I like to do with this last layer is to select these dodge and burn tools that are already in the Photoshop. And yeah, select dodge because I like to start with a dodge. And we are going to have the range on highlights. I have the exposure on 3. And we are going to just highlight the highlights. So what I did with these tools is the same thing I did with the curves DodgeBurn, except I feel like these tools are much more aggressive, and they can target shadows, midtones, highlights, and either brighten them up or darken them. And in my experience, it makes the eye or the highlights or whatever part you want to, work on, it makes it a lot more crispier and sharper. So this is what we've done, and as you can see, it makes the eye look so much better. But of course, I'm not going to leave it on 100%. I'm going to lower the opacity to 78, maybe 70. Okay, let's group these layers so we can see the finished look. So this is the before, and this is the after. Of course, you can lower the opacity to your need and make it look more natural. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And if you've tried this on your pictures, link them down below or tag me on your social media so I can check them out. Have a nice day and stay safe.